Hey everybody, what's going on? Jay Kun here. Welcome to something new I'll be doing. Be reading, I guess, anything really. I mean, could be actual books, fan fictions like I am now. Doesn't really matter. If you want me to read something, just post it in the comments, I guess, and I'll check it out, see if it's a good read, and read it. Okay, but for now, we'll be reading a fanfic about Avatar: Last Airbender called Alara's Tale. This is book one, Water. This is made by Writer's Block 707. You can find it on Wattpad. Before we start this, I actually want to thank you guys for 50 subscribers. So, really good goal for me. I never actually thought I'd make it that far. Especially because I'm not very consistent. Kind of just posted whatever, whenever. I'll probably try and work on that in the future. But anyway, let's get into this read, I guess. And yes, I am recording this at 7:21 a.m. Don't question it. Chapter 1, The Beginning. Believe it or not, it's actually my second time reading this chapter because I had to restart the whole recording because I forgot to turn my mic on. Just a quick disclaimer. The only character owned by the writer or author of the story is Alara. The rest of them are characters from the original Avatar story. Well, they're owned by the Avatar creators, of course. 100 years ago. Aang! I yelled, making my own air scooter. Wait for me! Come on, Alara! Aang shouted ahead of her. I glared at him, picking up the pace. We passed several people eating, making their food smash into their face. Sorry, Aang and Yai yelled in unison. We stopped before a huge door. You ready for this? I asked him. Wish you were getting it with me. Aang looked down. Hey, don't worry, egghead. I'll be getting my airbending tattoos soon. I gave him a smile, in which he returned. He embraced me in a hug. And of course, I hugged back. I'm proud of you, bro. Aang pulled away and smiled. Thanks, sis. It means a lot to have you here. Anytime, Aang. Now go on. I shoved him towards the door. The monks are as patient as they try to be. Aang chuckled and went in, leaving me to wait until it was over. I was sitting on the benches, admiring the sunset. I looked, and still no Aang. How long does it take to get tattoos? I perked up at the sound of the door opening. Aang stepped out, and I rushed over to him. How was it? He looked at me with sadness in his eyes. I stared at him. Aang, what's wrong? Was it too painful for your little egghead? I joked, trying to cheer him up, but he didn't even smile. Aang? Alara, we need to talk. Monktashi appeared from the door, with a stern look on his face. Alright. I went with Monktashi, sparing a quick look to Aang, only to find him gone. I looked around. All the elders were present. I bowed in respect and sat down in front of them. Am I in trouble? No, my dear Alara. You have done nothing wrong, Monkyasu spoke up, sending me a small smile. I returned the smile, but it was quickly gone by the looks that the elders were giving me. Monktashi stood up and spoke. Do you know who your brother is? If you're asking if I know about him being the Avatar, then yes, I do know. I spoke calmly. And you know that he has a lot of training to prepare for. Then you know that he has a lot of training to prepare for what's to come. Monktashi continued. I nodded. I know, Aang will need to prepare for his destiny, and I will be there beside him to supporting him. That's just the thing. You can't be there beside him. I blinked. They couldn't be serious now, could they? I looked at Monkyasu. He just avoided my gaze. Everyone was just looking at me, waiting for my reaction. So what do you expect me to do? We're moving you to the Northern Air Temple. There you will continue practicing your airbending, one of the elders said. I felt the lump forming in my throat. and the tears threatening to leave my eyes. What about Aang? I choked back a sob. I can't just leave him. He's my brother. More of a reason on why you should leave. In this way, Aang won't be having more distractions, and we'll be mastering the elements faster, another elder said. But, I was cut off from Monktashi. No buts! You'll be moving to the Northern Air Temple tomorrow morning, and if you're not ready by then, I will have to fly you all the way there. I wiped off the tear that's falling on my cheek. I got up and bowed to the monks and ran off, looking for Aang. I reached his room, but he wasn't there. Aang? Aang! I looked at most of the rooms until I saw him sitting on the edge of his staring far away. I jumped and used an air cushion to soften my fall. Appa was there beside him, eating some hay. I tapped his shoulder. Mind if I sit? He nodded, and I sat down. We just sat there in silence, staring at the dark abyss of the night sky. Please don't go, Aang whispered. I looked at him, seeing the tears streaming from his eyes, while I was holding back mine. I really wish I could, but I don't have a choice, Aang. Yes, we do. I could say, won't learn any more airbending unless you stay. He tried to be hopeful, but his eyes were betraying him. Just, please, stay. I'm sorry, brother. Aang got up and walked away. I looked at Appa and cried, holding onto one of his paws. I'm so sorry, Aang. Morning came faster than I wanted it to. I already packed my stuff and brought it to Monktashi. He and his bison, ready to leave. Are you ready to leave? He asked. I rolled my eyes. You think? He just ignored me and went to the bison. I turned and gave one last look to the air temple, giving myself a boost. I got on the bison and we flew. Alara! I looked down and saw Aang being held back by one of the monks. Wait! Don't go! I stood up from the saddle to be stopped by Monktashi. No, Alara. I fell down to my knees, watching Aang trying to free himself. No! Alara, come back, please! I sat facing north, away from the air temple, so I wouldn't have to look at Aang. So I wouldn't have to spill more tears. Very good, Alara, Monk Pan told her. I think you're ready. I stopped and took a breath. I faced Monk Pan and bowed. Thank you. I should have been happy. This is what I wanted. But I wasn't. Not even afterwards, when I finally did receive it, did I feel some glee. Monk Pan noticed and approached me. For an airbender who just got her airbending tattoos, you don't look too happy. I sighed. I know I should be, but I pulled my knees closer to my chest. It's been months. I miss home. I miss my brother. We were supposed to be there for each other. Now look at us. I left him, his only sister. He must hate me now. Well, you're not wrong, Monkpan stated. I gave him a deadpan look. He just chuckled. Oh, young Alara, if you think Aang doesn't miss you as much as you do him, then maybe we had put those tattoos on you a bit too hard. I rolled my eyes as he continued. I'll make you a deal. If you can perfect the bending exercise I gave you this morning, I'll ask the elders if we can have you visit your brother. Really? I perked up. I could be seeing my brother again? Monkpan nodded. Now go get some sleep. I have a feeling you'll have a big day tomorrow. He bowed to Alara and walked away. Monkpan, I yelled and hugged him. Thank you. I shifted around the bed. I couldn't shake off the feeling that something bad was about to happen. I opened my eyes, and then it hit me. The smell of smoke filling the air. Alara! Monkpan blasted my door. You need to leave, now! Monkpan led me to an area where the Fire Nation soldiers hadn't reached yet. He grabbed his staff and handed it to me. Here, take this. Now fly away from this temple as fast as possible. But Monkpan, what about you? I said worriedly. I'll be fine. Go. No, I won't leave you, I yelled back. You have to. He gave me one last look and blasted me off the temple. I screamed and opened my glider, regaining my balance. I looked back, but I wish I hadn't. The Fire Nation soldiers surrounded Mukban and burned him. No! They turned their heads and started aiming fireballs at me. Monkey feathers. Second time reading that, and I still can't not laugh at the word. I tried my best dodging the fire blast, but one hit my glider, and I was starting to fall. I looked down, saw the ocean. I felt the cold water splash around me as I tried to swim up. Waves kept me from getting air, and soon I felt my eyes go down. Same thing with my body. I tried to swim up again, but to no avail. I thought about Aang, writing to the spirits he was safe. My eyes were about to shut, but I was able to see a glimpse of Avatar Kyoshi. Alright, and that concludes Chapter 1 of Avatar The Last Airbender, Tales of Alara. Well, Chapter 1 of Book 1. Again, I will be doing more reading like this. If you want me to read anything specific, just put down in the comments. And once again, thank you guys so much for 50 subscribers. I once again did not expect to make it here. I am so glad that I did. If you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe, leave a comment, like, hit that notification bell so you always know when I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.